scores, recaps, and interviews with our top coaches.
Here are your hosts, Lee Cochran and Ryan Baker.
Friday Night Lights. They are back. We've been waiting for it for so long. Welcome into Byers Subaru Dublin's high school football overtime on the Fan. I am Ryan Baker, and I got to be honest. I don't know if I've ever been happier to look to my right and see your ugly face looking back at me. It is the guru, Lee Cochran, back for another season of high school football overtime. And I know you're sick like me, Lee, and you are just geeked for tonight.
Oh, I have been. And, when the temperature started dropping and, I mowed the other evening and I'm sitting there and I got the door open a little bit and I could smell the cut grass. I'm sitting there going, man, it just smells like football season now. And, turn on the radio tonight, hear the game of the week. I'm sitting here and I get goosebumps. We've been doing this for how many years, and still opening night. I can't imagine how these kids feel because, we've got that same kind of excitement.
Yeah, my goosebumps have goosebumps. That's how crazy it is for me. And I'll tell you what, as someone who gets to work on the schedule and help get the games of the week here for us, and we try to go around the whole city and the whole area, but when I looked at week one and I saw Watterson, defending Division III state champion, brings a lot of people back, and I saw Big Walnut, Division II state semifinalist from last year, and they bring a lot of people back, it was like, we have to get this game.
Yeah, and without a doubt, this is the marquee game, and it was a little sloppy, and I guess you can kind of expect that in an opener. I don't know that you can really expect it from, these veteran teams. Both of them returned a lot. Now Watterson only returned 4 starters on offense, but one of them's Drew Belisari and then 3 offensive linemen, but they returned a bunch on their defense. Big Walnut had its way a little bit early on the game, 15-0. But, I think of that play at the end of the half. When the bad snap, Big Walnut had a couple bad snaps, and then Watterson scores right there in the last play of the half. Even though Watterson missed the extra point, was down 15-14, you kind of had a feeling that second half might go like this.
And the one thing we know about this game, right, in high school football, because these two opened up the season last year against each other, and Watterson won that game 20-0. And I'm sure it looks bad right now and doesn't feel good for Big Walnut, giving up 37 unanswered points after you have a 15-0 lead and losing 37-15. They're going to be just fine. They're still one of the better teams in Division II. And last year they rolled off 13 straight wins to get to the state semifinals. They lose to Cincinnati Anderson, unfortunately, and can't make that trip to Canton for the state championship game. But this Big Walnut team is going to be just fine. And you know what? There's going to be a lot of teams that have trouble scoring points and moving the ball against this Watterson defense with Ben Eulenhake and Michael Boyle and Jack Schuler and all the guys. Remember, that 20-0 score last year was Watterson's closest game until the state championship game. So this Watterson team is really good. But this Big Walnut team's pretty good, too.
Yeah, and you bring up the good point in that after last season's loss in the opener, they Big Walnut rips off 13 in a row. But you look at Watterson, and, they've now won, 31 of their last 33 games, last 2 seasons and then tonight. They just, are just amazing. You could kind of see this about 3 years ago because they were playing a lot of younger guys. And, man, oh, man, what Coach Kennedy's put together there is nothing short of amazing.
No, it's not. And listen, they're going to be a team that they do have a tough schedule. They play some teams, but this is a team that we expect, and maybe even for the 3rd time in a row in a state championship game, and maybe even the same opponent in Toledo Central Catholic 3 times in a row. Obviously, there's a lot of football before then, but this Watterson team, they might be the cream of the crop in Central Ohio.
And hopefully we get to talk to Coach Kennedy because we can ask him, but your thoughts on this? Watterson gets down 15-0. What are they thinking?
Yeah, I mean, it obviously didn't affect them, but that's a team that's played a lot of football, though.
Yeah, but still, I mean, they get punched pretty good down 15-0. So I would think Coach Kenny's got to be really impressed with his team, how they bounce back from that. I mean, obviously he's going to be.
Yeah, the fight. And hopefully we will get Brian on the line. There were a lot of big matchups in week one. I love that. And we're seeing that more and more in Central Ohio. These schools are scheduling teams, and we're getting some big games. We got a lot of finals as well. We will get to those coming up next. It is high school football overtime, brought to you by Byers Subaru Dublin on The Fan.
If you miss a live show,
You can catch the podcast.
if you miss the podcast,
Our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you. The Fan.
get Eco.
Hey, Aaron, I've been thinking.
You came up with a new invention?
No, I've been pondering a problem.
Is it anything I can help you with?
I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I've been thinking about our scuba diving plumbers.
Get Eco.
They dive right in and fix the problem.
That's the problem.
You lost me.
The problem with being extremely good at something is that you make it look easy.
You're worried that people think plumbing is easy?
Well, our extremely very good plumbers sure make it look easy.
Get Eco.
Don't worry, Jerry. Sooner or later, most people try to fix their own plumbing problem.
I can testify to that.
Jerry, did you try to fix it yourself?
Yeah.
Don't give it another thought, buddy. I'll send somebody over right now.
Get Eco.
You're a real friend, Aaron.
Eco Scuba Diving Plumbers, Genius Electricians, and you can always trust our HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
This promo is for anyone who likes baseball
Or America.
or Terry Francona's scooter. The Reds are on the Fan.
Catch all 162 games here on The Fan and 1460 ESPN Columbus and The Fan's HD2.
Your home for Reds baseball, The Fan.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Hi, I'm Coach Ryan Day, and I've seen firsthand how tough and resilient kids can be. But I've also seen the struggles that aren't always visible. Mental health challenges are real. That's why I'm proud to partner with the Kids Mental Health Foundation. Together, we're helping parents, teachers, and coaches talk to kids about mental health before there is a concern or crisis. Start making kids' mental health a part of every day with free tools and resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Polaris can call home. Featuring a rock wall, a HitTrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport, now open at Polaris Fashion Place.
Through Travis Manion Foundation's Operation Legacy service projects, veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians across the country come together under the common cause to serve in honor of our nation's heroes. Service projects include city beautifications, planting memorial trees, volunteering at shelters, park cleanups, and more. Ask yourself, if not me, then who? And register for a project near you or as a virtual volunteer by visiting oplegacy.org.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
This show gets you so close to high school football, you can smell the stinky shoulder pads. It's Byers Subaru Dublin High School Overtime on The Fan.
Welcome back in high school football overtime. We've got a lot of scores to give you, so we're going to get into those right now. Lee, before we get into the Central Ohio games, though, I just saw this. Marion Local won 56-0 tonight. They extend their Ohio high school football state record, 65 straight wins.
That's a pretty typical win for them too, 56-0.
I was surprised by this today. I was looking at this because I saw that they won 64 straight coming into this. That's a state record. They're just 9th, though, in the all-time regular season wins record in the state of Ohio. That record, I have to go back and look and see who it was. Oh, it was Cincinnati, Wyoming, just a few years ago. 75 straight wins. So in the regular season, Marion Local's at 49 straight wins right now. And again, maybe that tied for 8th now. That was 9th earlier this morning. But 65 straight wins. That's some kind of record.
Yeah, but when you also look at it and say, okay, 49 in the regular season, and now, I mean, that's 16 straight playoff wins. I mean, obviously, that's a state record, too.
Yeah, and their 15 championships are the most in Ohio high school football history, and they've done all that since 2000.
Yeah.
So it's pretty impressive. There's a reason USA Today did an article on that school. They're pretty good at football.
Yeah, they've got a little tradition going there.
So we were excited for tonight, but actually high school football in Central Ohio got underway last night. We had a few games. Westland beat Centennial 49-0. We knew Amani Smith was really good. He's committed to Purdue for Westland, but he was a machine last night.
Oh, yeah.
West Muskingum beat Lakewood 42-0, and then Fairbanks lost to Colonel Crawford 42-7. Of course, our game of the week right here on the Fan, Watterson knocking off Big Walnut 37-15. St. Charles beats Central Crossing tonight 42-7. Dublin Jerome, Mark Crabtree back in the head coaching game. Spent all those years at Dublin Kaufman. He's at Dublin Jerome now. He gets a win in his first game 23-13. Pickerington Central, they kind of got off to a slow start tonight, but they end up hammering Gahanna 45-14. I was talking to someone earlier this week, Lee, and they said they think Pickerington Central, not that they ever went away, but Pickerington Central standards the past couple of years, less than what they expect. They said this is a Pickerington Central team that we remember from the past decade.
Yeah,
they said this team's pretty good this year.
We must have been talking to the same people because I heard the same thing. You know, I mean, an 8-4, 9-3 seasons, those are good seasons for a lot of teams, but those aren't what Pickerington Central's used to. They're used to contending for state titles, and boy, if tonight's any indication, they are on that path.
Hilliard Bradley, they're actually in our game of the week next week. They beat Groveport 17-10 tonight. Hilliard Davidson is a team, Lee, that I got to see in person last year. They have got a really big and experienced offensive line. They beat Mansfield Senior tonight 38-7. I think Davidson is a team that might surprise some people this year.
Yeah, and it's kind of odd to say that Davidson might sneak up on some people, but they truly might. And yeah, you've been talking almost a full calendar year about that offensive line, so they didn't disappoint tonight for sure.
Obviously replacing their quarterback Johnny DeBlasio and Kevin Gibbons gone as well, but they still got they had a dual threat there last year at running back as well. And I don't know if Johnny's brother is moving in from wide receiver and playing quarterback this year. We'll have to look into that.
He was a backup last year.
Yeah, he was one of the two guys that they had.
Yeah.
So, and those two battled before for a starting quarterback position. So I like a lot of what Jeremy Scally's got going on over there. Lancaster scores with 2.5 minutes left. They get by Hilliard Darby 21-10 tonight. This one, you picked this one, Lee. I got to give you credit. London knocks off New Albany 14-11. Good job, Red Raiders.
Why you sound so surprised I got a pick correct?
I'm not. I'm just good for you. I mean, not a lot of people would pick that, right? London's a little smaller school, New Albany Division II, but Coach Kyle Cutler. Good team out there.
I'm with him.
Olentangy. This might surprise some people. 26-6 over Olentangy Liberty. Of course, Liberty, the defending Division I state champs. I just don't know what you do against this Olentangy defense with C.J. Santa coming to Ohio State, Caden Gebhardt going to Clemson, Daniel Stevens in the middle of that defensive line. I don't know how you move the ball on them. And listen, Liberty's one score was off of a blocked punt, so they obviously had short field position.
Yeah, and that's going to be really interesting to see how Olentangy handles these expectations, because there's a lot of people expecting them to make a run. I mean, we all expect it, but I mean, we could say that about a half dozen teams. We expect them to make a run, but I think you see it all the time. The defense, when you get these high school teams that have a dynamite defense like Olentangy does, they're awful tough to beat.
Andrew Wilbur, 3 touchdowns for the Braves in that one. DeSales scores in the final 4 minutes. They knock off Olentangy Berlin 14-13. We'll talk to their head coach Ryan Wiggins a little later on. Olentangy Orange blanks Marysville 42-0. Pickerington North, they headed north tonight. They played Lakewood St. Ed's at Baldwin Wallace 24-0. They lose on the road. Toledo Whitmer shuts out Dublin Kaufman 30-0. Upper Arlington with a big win, 31-6 over Anthony Wayne. Afrocentric 72-0 over Cincinnati Woodward. Grandview, a lot of people like them in Division 6 this year, 34-6. They beat Briggs. South with a big shutout, 53-0 over Mifflin. Lyndon McKinley squeaks by Bexley 8-6. Dalton beats Reedy 20-6. West Jefferson 27-20 winners over Amanda Clear Creek. Bloom Carroll 20, Chillicothe 7. New Lexington 26-6 winners over Fairfield Union. Licking Valley behind 3 Brody Rogers touchdowns beats Sheridan 28-6. Centerburg with a 34-0 shutout win over Utica. Johnstown hammers Zanesville 70-26. Fredericktown 21, Highlands 6. Jonathan Alder, a big win over West Liberty Salem 33-7. Jacob Reimers, Circleville Tigers. The return of Jay Sherritt. He gets a win over Warren 16-15. And Westfall beat Madison Plains 21-6. We'll have some more scores. We got some games going final. We'll also start talking to the coaches. It's Byers Subaru Dublin's high school football overtime on the Fan.
We're your radio home for the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. We may have a bit of a football problem. Oh, yeah? The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, our full line of fresh Tyson chicken is on sale. Select varieties or buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and it's the Toyota National Sales Event all month long at Toyota West. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of no payments for 90 days, and every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. No payments for 90 days. Deferred payment. Interest accrued at time of inception with approved credit. Expires 8/31.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye-level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I cannot imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life. There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the
right seat. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. From Picktown to Marysville and everything in between, this is Byers Subaru Dublin High School Overtime on The Fan.
Welcome back in. Byers Subaru Dublin High School Football Overtime. I am Ryan Baker. He is the guru, Lee Cochran. We like to tell you the scores and a little bit of what happened in your high school football Friday nights. Mm-hmm. You flip it over to 1st and 10 at 11. Well, 11 for the news, 11:15 for 1st and 10. And there you can see the highlights on Channel 10. Dom Taberry joining us now. And I know, Dom, you are happy because your DeSales Stallions got a big win tonight over Olentangy Berlin, 14-13.
And they got a little payback because they lost a year ago in a very close game. 14-13, you're not going to get much closer than that. I'll just tell you, what I'm most happy about, fellas, is it's here.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we love football, right? And there's nothing like high school football, and then a week from tomorrow, the Buckeyes kick off. There just seems to be there's preseason football on Channel 10 right now.
Right now.
I mean, football's here, and I just love it. And our game of the week, and the same game of the week you guys had, was Watterson and Big Walnut. And what a crazy scene that was out there. You guys heard what happened. They were worried they weren't going to have electricity. A car hit a telephone pole, took a transformer out, and all the electric was out. And just before 7, when kickoff, they got it back. And they you know, but how about Watterson down 15-0? Were really beating themselves, turning the ball over.
Yeah.
And, boy, they come back. At Drew Bellis. It was a Belisari night. You got Drew and his cousin Carter found the end zone. Yeah, it was found it twice. Yeah.
Drew, Greg's son, Carter, Steve's son, and Carter making his first start at wide receiver last night. He started at safety last year for them.
Right.
First start at receiver. I've heard he's pretty unguardable, and he kind of proved that tonight. It was funny. Our first hit tonight was on the phone because we didn't have any power. I was driving down 670 to take some backup equipment out to our guys. And they were like, hey, the power just came back on. But they didn't think it was going to be on till like 8:15, 8:30.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. But Michael Behrens, who I call the Zeus of weather, he went to where it was and spoke to the guys at AEP, and he has connections. He was able to get it.
Thank you, AEP, for fixing that. But Michael Behrens, the Zeus of weather.
So we can all thank Michael Behrens for getting our broadcast on the air tonight.
You and him could be brothers. You both have good-looking beards.
Oh, he's way more handsome than me, though.
Well,
Come on now.
Well, you both have very nice
Dom was just
beards.
talking about the beard.
Yeah, I know. I just shaved mine. I just trimmed mine last week. It was getting a little scruffy.
And then Lee's got the great cookie duster going there. You know?
See, he always called that his flavor saver.
There you
so
go.
I don't know.
I saw what you had for dinner.
There you
anyways.
go.
So, Dom, you guys were out at our game of the week,
Yes.
Big Walnut and Waterson
Well, it was
over
our
at
game of
Ohio
the week,
Dominican.
too.
Your game of the week?
We share the games. The game of the week is what you are like, he's the guru, but you are like the air traffic control.
Just
king of
directing
that.
things,
No,
right?
you do, and you pick the game every week, and I know you confer with the guru before you pick the game. What
I
is
do
the
get
game
some
of the week?
input
What is the
from
game
him.
of the week next week?
Next week, we're going to Hilliard. It's a Battle of Hilliard. It's going to be Bradley at Darby.
Yes.
Bradley got a nice win tonight. Darby fell with like 2 minutes left to Lancaster. So
When are we going to DeSales? Are they going to be?
that's the end of the year sometime. We're going to try to get out
Maybe
there. So.
DeSales Waterson.
Well, we'll talk about that off the air because that might be a TV game. That's always hard. So we'll have to talk about that. But I know you love that one. That's
we need
one.
to go to that. We'll talk about it.
Okay,
I'll make
we'll
you
make
an
it
offer
happen.
you can't refuse. They got a big press box there.
They do have a big press box out there. So I know that Nicole Sheeran was out at the big Olentangy Liberty game tonight. Olentangy with the big win. Where else is 1st and 10 heading tonight?
We've got the Gahanna game, the
Pick Central.
alma mater of Adam King.
He's not too happy right now.
Apparently, they let him, do some stuff on the field tonight.
Well, I bet they don't ever let him do that again after they lost tonight to Pick Central.
He was out there with the band, and he was doing all that.
What time does 1st and 10 start
About
on Channel 10?
11:15. But here's the deal: just leave it on 10 TV. Don't do like I do.
One channel.
That's it. I got one channel. You don't need any more. 10 TV plus 97.1 The Fan. I want to ask you a question, Mister. Is there any need to have anything else, Mr. Baker?
I don't think so. There's nothing else at my house that I need. So,
and then every once in a while, you can read a magazine article from this gentleman,
the guru.
The guru.
What about? Okay, so you said there's preseason football on Channel 10 right now.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
going to get in the way at all tonight?
No, they'll turn. Adam King says they're going to turn it up. They're probably running clock, maybe. I don't know.
Okay,
I doubt
All right.
that, but I mean. That's what he said. It sounded good.
How confident are you next Saturday?
I think Ohio State wins, and let me tell you why. They are loaded on offense. I don't particularly care for Texas. And Vegas, they don't get it wrong too often, do they? Ohio State has been made a 2.5-point favorite by the people that know. And I'll tell you what, Julian Sand can throw the football, and he's going to be thrown to the best receivers and tight ends in college football.
Oh, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing I like the most, fellas, it is the best offensive line Ryan Day has had since taking over as head coach. And I see a gleam. And let me tell you something. You know what I love most about Ryan Day? He's not backing up at all. He is out there saying he wants to be the first coach in Ohio State history to win back-to-back national titles. Think about that. The fact that he says that, I love it. I absolutely love it.
How's the defense look?
I think they're going to be fine. I love Matt Patricia. Look, Guru, you know as well as I do, they recruit the best talent there is, and they reload. Now, I love the Jack Sawyers and the J.T. Tuimoloau, and I love the experience and what they brought a year ago. But there's guys waiting in the wings that's been waiting their turn, and I love Caleb Downs. I love Sonny Styles. I love Sonny's brother. There's some, and you know what? Linebacker play is going to be phenomenal this year. I love our linebackers. Now, people are saying, what about the defensive front? What about the defensive front? They're going to reload because they recruit 4- and 5-star players from all over the country. Just because you haven't heard of them, you'll be fine.
I do think that back seven on defense is going to be very explosive this year.
Ooh.
I do think that.
Mark it down. They're going to bring a touchdown back on a kickoff or a punt, and they're going to bring back some pick sixes.
I hope you're right, Dom. I hope it's a great season for the Buckeyes. And it's going to be a great high school football season here in Central Ohio.
Anything better?
It
I told people last night it was like Christmas Eve, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is. It really is.
It was like Christmas Eve, and then it happens. And I'll tell you what, I know how big it is for you guys. And Bake is like the Santa Claus of high school football. He's like giving gifts out.
Oh, and you just gave me a gift. He's always going to be the Santa Claus of high school football now.
Maybe I shouldn't have trimmed the beard then. No. I should have let it keep growing.
No, it looks good. The Santa Claus of high school football. The guru, the Santa Claus, and then you got Michael Barron's, the Zeus of weather.
11:15 tonight. Is it going to be all of you? You, Adam King, and Nene?
Yes, all three. And we call her Nene because she taught me the Nene guru. Do you know what the Nene is?
Oh, yeah.
How's that go? What's that song say?
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? The whip and the Nene? Is that what you're saying?
I injured my pelvis doing it, but I tried it.
I'm pretty sure I've never felt more uncool in my life than just saying that just now.
What's that?
The whip and the name.
Yeah.
Good
Lord.
I'm pretty sure I just lost all my street cred, Dom.
Don't worry. You know what? You're big and strong. I'll go down an alley with you.
I love it. 11:15 tonight. Get those TVs on 10 TV. Get them on 10 TV right now.
That's right. Hey, all I know is before the season's over, I want to wrestle that man.
No, you don't.
No, I do. You
don't.
You told me he will put me in a sleeper hole. I want to see if he can put me in this. Listen, at those arms.
When a guy has forearms as big as your thighs, run the other way.
I want to wrestle him.
There we go. It's on.
I wrestled at the sales. I was the heavyweight 100 years ago. You know? I will do the fireman's carry, sir. The head chancellor.
Live to fight another day. Dom Taberry, 10 TV, 1st and 10. Make sure you guys are watching tonight. We've got a couple more scores here, Lee, before we head towards the break that we got in. Grove City, my dogs beat Taze Valley tonight by a score of 42-14. Dom barking at us as he walks out the door. Newark, 56-21. They beat Licking Heights tonight. Bodie Smith, their quarterback, 5 touchdown passes in the first half. That tied a school record that Steele Meester set just a couple years ago. I don't know how good either Newark or Licking Heights are this year. I think Newark, this might be the best team Newark's had in a little while. This is a little eye-opening score to me.
Well, and you got to think, Newark is going after, they had the winning season last year. They're trying to post a back-to-back winning seasons for the first time since 04 and 05.
Yeah.
I mean, that's they had all those years of 0-10, 1-9, 2-8, and to see them bouncing back, hey, it's good.
Bill Franks had some great years at Newark Catholic. He knows how to coach, that's for sure. Westerville North opens the season with a 24-0 shutout win over Westerville Central. Columbus Academy, they double up Northland tonight by a score of 14-7. Hamilton Township outlasts Whitehall 27-25. Bern Union gets a 34-14 win over River Valley. Heath falls to Philo 26-21. The score in that one. And I think, one more. Miami Trace beat Waverly tonight 42-21. We are going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will talk to the head coach of Watterson, Coach Kennedy. His team beats Big Walnut in our game of the week 37-15. That's next. It's Byers Subaru Dublin's high school football overtime on The Fan.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Looking for a hassle-free car buying experience? At Buyers Subaru Dublin, you can shop entirely online. Browse our inventory, get your trade-in value, and secure financing all from the comfort of your home. All backed by the trusted team that's been serving from the same location under the windmill at 270 and Sawmill for 25 years. Right now, buy a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 1.9% for up to 72 months. Start your journey today at BuyersSubaruDublin.com. Buyers Auto, driving the next generation of buyers. Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 72 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/2/25.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning step by step? Hey, that was me. And I had to deal with that from all the years of playing football. But I went and saw my friends over at QC Kinetics, and it disappeared. I didn't have to tough it out anymore. Call over QC Kinetics with Dr. Wolkoff and get your free consultation. It's regenerative medicine, folks. There are thousands of patients who will tell you that they wish they would have done it sooner, just like I did. I'm glad I did, and my experience was tremendous. You go in, you have a consult, they lay out the plan, they talk about it. It's no pills, it's no scalpels. It's just your own body's biologics treating you and helping heal you. So find out if you're a good candidate. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices all around Central Ohio, so be sure to go and check them out.
It's been a real journey since 2014 when I first had my injury. I realized that my home was just not working for me and that it was time to ask for help. Homes for Our Troops is really giving me my life back. The shower allows me to go in and turn around with my chair, pull down storage racks, automated door systems, hours of my morning given back to me. Adaptive sports are a huge part of my life, a huge part of my healing journey as well. Homes for Our Troops helped with making sure that I had a home gym so that I can continue to train. This past year, I was able to host Thanksgiving in my home. And it was the first time I was able to have my whole family in one place and I was able to contribute to the meal. There are a lot more veterans in need, and Homes for Our Troops is going to be there to help them too.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
Attack and dominate. Morning Juice is on YouTube and 10TV Plus.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Join Bobby Carpenter and Tito weekdays starting at 6 or watch on demand. More Bobby, less commercials. The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers, and you want to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Dangers rarely lie out in the open, so no matter where you live, it's important to know harmful pests can hide in and around your home.
Here I come!
Rodents and cockroaches are drawn to food waste and garbage.
I know you're out here.
Ticks lurk in tall grasses, and mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water.
I can hear you.
Rodents, ticks, and mosquitoes can all spread dangerous diseases.
I gotcha.
Seek the facts you need at pestworld.org, a public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine, light winds, and a nice start to your weekend. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s, down to the mid 60s by Saturday morning. Mainly clear skies and light winds, and a great Saturday to get out and enjoy. Low humidity, light winds, and plenty of sunshine and warmer. Temperatures back in the mid 80s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The two most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants. The pervert and the skivvies. Rockman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. Friday nights mean high school football in Ohio. This is Byers Subaru Dublin High School Overtime on The Fan.
Got a couple more scores there in the break we want to give you. Buckeye Valley, and I think this one's going to shock a lot of people, Lee. They beat Delaware tonight by a score of 28-7. Now, we don't want to take anything away from this win from Buckeye Valley because that's a big win. But Favor Aki, the running back who is committed to Ohio State, his first carry of the season, he left the game with an ankle injury and did not return. So for Coach Montgomery and the Pacers, that's something you're going to have to watch here because if he has to miss any amount of time, needless to say, that changes things bigly for Delaware.
Yeah, it does. And, Delaware's looking for, their fourth straight winning season for only the second time in school history. And Aki's, the first Ohio State recruit Delaware's had in almost 60 years to go to Ohio State. So, that's a heck of a loss. So, here's to hoping that, it's just something, minor. He can bounce back and be out there next week.
Couple more we want to get to. Worthington Kilbourne beats Watkins Memorial. Second year in a row they've done that, 31-23. Canal Winchester gets a 48-17 win over Thomas Worthington. Akron Hoban, that's the other one I wanted to get to there. Make sure they beat Harvest Prep 31-12. What a schedule Harvest Prep has this year, though. Hoban, they'll play Watterson. They go everywhere to play games. And listen, they've got a good team over there at Harvest Prep, Division V school. Competitive balance gets them there. They have got some players on that team, though. Akron Hoban, just too much for them tonight.
They're playing a Kentucky team next week, Woodford County, and they were 10-2 last year, and they play 5A. They got 6A as the highest division in Kentucky, and they were a 5A team that went 10-2. So,
one more quick one here. Liberty Union, they get their first win of the season on opening night, 21-20. They beat Monroe Central. Our game of the week here on The Fan. Bishop Watterson, 37-15. They knock off Big Walnut. Their head coach, Brian Kennedy, joining us now on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. And Coach Reimer, you may have to put him on there. I can't get him on. But, Coach, big-time win for your team. Real quick, though, you win the Division III state championship last year. Just talk a little bit about how this offseason was for you guys.
Well, first, thanks for having me on, fellas. Yeah, so we graduated 22 seniors last year. Lots of leaders, lots of guys that have played a lot of football. So, we worked real hard this summer to get some new guys ready to go. I thought we had a good summer. Our guys, we talked about, staying committed and working hard. And, we won the state championship last year, but, that's last year, right? What are we going to do this year?
Okay, Coach. And, you say you had a good off season. Were you probably weren't expecting to fall behind 15-0 tonight, were you?
Well, that's never the plan, right? But you know what? Credit to Coach Krager and Big Walnut. I thought they came out with a really great game plan, especially on offense. They had us. They were throwing haymakers. We were on the ropes wobbling.
Well, what did you do? You're down 15-0. What did you do with the team at that point?
Well, I think we just talked about, we didn't make a ton of adjustments there in the first half. I'm not going to tell you that we got on the whiteboard and schemed it all up and that's what happened. All the credit goes to our kids, right? They were, Big Walnut was doing some stuff that we weren't ready for. Our kids kind of got their feet back under them, right? Didn't panic, didn't give up. And to their credit, battled back.
Coach, you've got a really good quarterback in Drew Bellisari, and you mentioned a couple turnovers there early for you guys. Something that you're not used to. You only had 9 all of last season. You had 3 here in this first half tonight. When you've got a guy like Drew, though, that's so good and experienced, that makes things a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Drew's not going to panic, right? And I don't think any of those guys were panicking, but, he certainly has been through it. He's a senior. He's a captain. He's the leader of our offense. Stuff's going to happen, right? And I credit to our kids for dealing with it.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, Coach, we always like to talk offense, but defensive side of the ball, you guys do a great job, shut them out in the second half. You've got a guy up front in Michael Boyle that maybe doesn't get a lot of the headlines with your team, but he really does a lot of things for you guys defensively.
He's a difference maker, right? Michael is a 2-time state champ wrestler, and he brings that intensity and everything else to the football field. I mean, we can't block him in practice. He causes all sorts of disruptions. But yeah, it starts with him, right? I mean, and then, credit to linebackers and everybody else, again, for stepping up when we needed them to.
Okay, now, Coach, looking ahead to next week, I know you guys it always seems that you struggle to fill the schedule, and I think you only have 9 games so far on the regular season schedule this year, and you're playing, Middletown, a team from Delaware the 3A state champs. How do you go about finding that game, and why is it being played in Ironton?
So Ironton, I think this is maybe the 3rd or 4th year they've kind of done like an Ohio versus the USA. So Ironton reached out in the off season and, said, hey, you guys are open. Do you want to come down? And obviously the answer is going to be yes. And, it was going to be a team from Kentucky and then a team from Tennessee and then Georgia and Virginia. Finally, talking to Coach Pendleton at Ironton, because he would say, hey, what about this team? It's finally like, dude, just find a game. I don't care. Like, just find a game, right? Like, please. And so, no, the kids are excited. I'm sure Middletown's excited. I mean, they've got, boy, you want to talk about a loaded roster. They got a lot of guys with Division I offers. So we're looking forward to that challenge next week.
Has anybody ever called you and said, hey, do you want to play? And you've said no?
No. I mean, like 7-8 years ago, right, when we were very good. Not lately, but no, I've certainly said no before.
I love the honesty there, Coach. Congratulations on a huge win tonight over Big Walnut. I know both of you, come playoff time, are going to be in it this year, 2 of the best in Central Ohio. Congratulations on the win. Good luck the rest of the way, Coach.
Thank you. And good luck to Big Walnut the rest of the season. I'll be rooting for him.
He's the head coach of Bishop Watterson. 37-15, they were victorious over Big Walnut in our game of the week. Coach Brian Kennedy joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline.
Well, and we've talked about it, earlier, but I mean, it says a lot about where Watterson is as a program that they can get down 15-0 and they don't panic. They say, okay, they hit us offensively with a couple things we haven't seen. We've made some uncharacteristically, errors that are uncharacteristic of what we do, but they don't panic. And, winning 30 of 32 games the last 2 years, that'll do that to you.
Lee, want to run through some of the scores here before we go to break. We mentioned Watterson, our game of the week. They beat Big Walnut 37-15. Buckeye Valley 28-7. They beat Delaware. St. Charles 42-7 over Central Crossing. Dublin Jerome with a big win 23-13 over Westerville South. Pickerington Central 45-14. They beat Gahanna. Grove City 42-14 over Taze Valley. Hilliard Bradley 17-10. They top Groveport. Hilliard Davidson 38. Mansfield 7. Lancaster a late 21-20 win over Hilliard Darby. London beats New Albany 14-11. Athens knocks off Logan tonight 41-0. Newark 56-21 winners over Licking Heights. Olentangy beats Olentangy Liberty 26-6. DeSales 14-13. They beat Olentangy Berlin. Olentangy Orange 42-0 winners over Marysville. Pickerington North gets shut out by St. Ed's 24-0. Canal Winchester 48-17 over Thomas Worthington. Toledo Whitmer 30. Dublin Kaufman 0. Worthington Kilbourne 31-23 over Watkins Memorial. Westerville North 24-0. They beat Westerville Central. And Upper Arlington 31-6 winners over Anthony Wayne. We mentioned that DeSales score. They beat Olentangy Berlin by 1 tonight, 14-13. We'll talk to their head coach, Ryan Wiggins, next. It's Byers, Subaru, Dublin's high school football overtime on The Fan.
We're your radio home for the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. We may have a bit of a football problem. Oh, yeah? The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
What does it mean to live here, serve here in the Ohio Army National Guard?
It means I can attend college full-time and not have to take out student loans to pay for my tuition.
It means I can work my civilian job during the week and support my state and nation in times of need.
You too can live here, serve here as a member of the Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service with full-time benefits at nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Trip. This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings because you're driving to Paris,
Texas.
Then it's off to Rome,
Georgia.
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Aaron?
Yeah, Jerry?
Do you know what I like best about our plumbers?
Tell me.
No matter how difficult, no matter how messy, no matter what it takes, they just dive right in and fix it.
Get Eco.
ECO.
They dive right in.
Yes, they dive right in.
We've got scuba diving plumbers.
Get Eco.
ECO. You know they don't literally dive in, right?
Well, of course not. Not yet, anyway. The pipes are too small.
Get Eco.
ECO.
They won't be able to literally dive in until I finish inventing my eco miniaturizing ray.
But until then, our plumbers will just keep on figuratively diving right in.
Yes, that would be best.
Jerry, do you know what I like best about our plumbers?
Tell me.
They're so good at their job, they make it look easy.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO. Scuba diving plumbers, genius electricians, and better than average HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Hello, big voice guy here. I've been hired to tell you all about the Fan's YouTube channel. Did you know you can immerse yourself in Buckeye goodness like Austin and Burb's daily podcast, The Beat? Yes, sirree, Bob. Subscribe today.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75%. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my guys. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're gonna beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make yours possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Brian Baker knows more about high school football than anyone. Except Lee Cochran. This is Byers Subaru Dublin High School Overtime on The Fan.
Saw a pretty cool picture on Twitter here during the break. This shows Ryan Rudzinski, who used to play at Watterson, and Garrett Stover, who just graduated from Big Walnut, both Buckeyes now on the sidelines together tonight for that Watterson Big Walnut game, our game of the week.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool right there. I wonder if they had anything on the line, any kind of wager on this that they've got to do here this week. Be interesting to see.
You're not allowed gambling.
Well, I mean, just with friends, maybe a T-shirt here or there. I don't know. So we'll see. 37-15. That was our final
Stunner,
score.
you would bring up
Watterson
gambling.
got the win. Me? Doesn't sound like me.
It sounds nothing like you.
Hey, DeSales, they got a big win tonight. They beat Olentangy Berlin 14-13. Their head coach, Ryan Wiggins, joins us now on the Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Coach, it was a back-and-forth game. You guys get a score late from your star running back, Jonathan Brown. What were those final moments like for you this evening?
Well, it was exciting, because the flow of the game was kind of strange. It was as you said, back and forth, but there wasn't a lot of action. There was, in our case, we had a couple turnovers and some penalties, at times when we thought we had something going. And our guys just hung in there, though, played really hard, found a way to make some plays here and there. And there was a moment in the third where they were seemed to be wearing on us just a little bit, but we held them to a field goal. And then from there, a lot like last year's game, where we went down, but this time we were able to punch it in and win the game. So it was great. It's really hard to beat a team like them. They're so stingy on defense. They have been like that for a long time, but we found a way, and it's a good way to get a season off to a good start.
Okay, Coach, you said in the preseason that you had a lot of work to do on the lines. Were you pleased with what you saw tonight?
Well, without watching film, I think we hung in there. I don't recall we didn't take any sacks. I think there was a time or two where R.J. Day, made some plays with his feet. But, I think we did. I mean, we ran the ball just enough, I think, to kind of keep them a little off balance. And so, without watching film, I'll go and film tomorrow, and there'll be 100 things wrong. But, we did. I mean, just the intensity of the Friday Night Lights and having literally all new guys in there, I thought they did a pretty good job. And then defensive line, Jordan Karoff and Frankie McAllister, they've played a little bit of varsity football, and I thought they did a really nice job handling Berlin's offense tonight.
And again, we're getting you, 45 minutes after your game's over. You've not looked at film or anything. But, can you identify any areas that you say, hey, we've got to improve on this before next week?
Well, again, we turned the football over tonight, and that's really rare that you can turn it over and still hang in there and win. So we got to improve in that area. There were some penalties at key times, that would have taken a second short to a second long. Now you're in third and long. Defensively, there's a few times where we didn't tackle well enough, and we had some penalties, some self-inflicted penalties on both sides of the ball that negated some plays. So just a lot to do, a lot to clean up, stuff that doesn't necessarily show up in camp or in scrimmages, but it certainly shows up week one.
Coach, I know every year is a different year, but this was a close game last year, and you guys came up just short. For your guys that played in this one last year and tonight, did this feel good for you guys to come out on the right side tonight?
Yeah, it felt great. I mean, what a difference a couple inches makes, I mean, we said that to our kids last year. It was even though we lost it with a few seconds to go, had the ball on the 1 inch line, turned it over and but we thought we could build from that because it was a good fight. We were right there. But this year was almost deja vu, and we tried to sneak on third down. We got stopped just short, and we were able to punch it in this time on fourth down with Jonathan Brown. So always satisfying to win, right? Any way you find a way, it's satisfying.
Yeah, Coach, and that's a heck of a win to start the season for you and your team. Congratulations on the win tonight, Coach, and good luck moving forward to you and the Stallions.
Okay, thanks, guys.
He's the head coach of St. Francis de Sales. Ryan Wiggins joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline, 14-13. They beat Olentangy Berlin tonight. Let's stay up in the Lewis Center, Powell area. Olentangy, what a win tonight for them, 26-6. They knock off the defending Division I state champions. Their head coach, Wade Bartholomew, joins us now on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Coach, 26-6. I mean, everybody knew that you guys had a pretty good squad coming in here, but I think Liberty still has a pretty good squad too. Your defense was dynamite tonight. Let's start on that side of the ball. We know you guys are talented. Talk about that defensive performance.
Yeah, I can't say anything, but I'm just so impressed with our kids and the way they executed the game plan. You mentioned it. We're really talented down the middle with Daniel and CJ and Caden, but I was super impressed. We actually started 3 sophomores and a junior that hadn't played many high school football games. So I was really impressed with those kids were able to go into that atmosphere and that environment and not be intimidated by it. And obviously the 3 big, made huge plays when we needed them.
Well, Coach, as Ryan said, the expectations are high for you guys this season. You know that. Your players know that. Do you discuss that with them?
Nobody can raise the stakes higher than we can, right? I mean, our kids expect the best every single day. We expect the best every single day. So, I think, yes, we talk a little bit about it, but we talk a little bit more about our day-to-day expectations and kind of tempering, the wins and losses and all the goals that come, from those and just trying to figure out how can we each day try to, become better. I did have a heart-to-heart conversation with my leadership council after one of our 7-on-7s because they were putting so much pressure on themselves to be perfect in every single rep that I felt like we had a negative mentality, not because like they weren't positive kids, but just like if they made the simplest mistake, they felt like it was doomsday. So we had a heart-to-heart about like, hey, we didn't start last year as good as what we finished. And so we have to understand that it was a growth process last year. So that same growth process is going to happen this year.
Okay, now you said you started some sophomores. Does it make it easier to start sophomores when you got guys like Cade and CJ and Daniel out there?
Absolutely, for sure. I mean, that those guys are going to make up for mistakes and, that they're so veteran that they're willing to, put their arm around these guys and coach them up and not be in panic mode. Like we just don't panic as a defense. And I think it's because of, those 3 and, we have a veteran corner that played every snap for us last year. And so we have some guys that I think definitely handle the moments real well. So those sophomores can just go do their job. They don't have to do anything extra.
Coach, this is game 1, obviously a tough one with Liberty. The next 2 are pretty tough as well with Perrysburg and Olentangy Orange. Do you like having a big game like Perrysburg next week after this win to keep the attention to the kids?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I mean, anytime you can go win against a rivalry game, sometimes it's a letdown, knowing that we don't know much about Perrysburg other than there's a tremendous football program in Northeast Ohio, and that's great football. So I think we can challenge our kids Northwest Ohio. I think we can challenge our kids to show back up on Monday and just flip the script and forget about the rivalry and play a better football team.
Well, Coach, congratulations. A big win for you guys tonight. I mean, all of the schools, the Olentangy schools, are going to be tough this year. So if you get a win in one of those, it's a huge one. Congratulations on the 1-0 start, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
He's the head coach of the Olentangy Braves, Wade Bartholomew, on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline, 26-6. They beat Liberty tonight, and Liberty coming off the Division I state championship last year. I think there's probably a lot of people that are surprised by that score tonight. But all of these Olentangys are really good. Orange, Berlin, Liberty, and Olentangy. And Olentangy, we talked about it, Lee. That defense, so good. Then you get 3 touchdowns from Andrew Wilbur tonight. That is a recipe for success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and, Liberty only returned 7 starters. But you know what? How long have we been doing this? This is what, our 11th year?
12th year.
12th, okay. I think that might be the first interview we've done where we never talked a single bit about offense.
No, not one bit.
Not one bit. I was sitting there thinking, we didn't even ask him, but they scored 26 points.
I wanted to talk about Wilbur and the 3 scores and Galicki, a new starting quarterback, but you just didn't get there.
Exactly. And when we got done, I was like, dang, I think that's the first time we haven't talked offense.
Hey, what do we talk about with Dom? You can teach an old dog new tricks. You can teach us some new tricks as well. We will run through the scores one final time, and we will wrap up this week's edition of Byers Subaru Dublin's High School Football Overtime right here on The Fan.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State Athletics, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Looking for a hassle-free car buying experience? At Byers Subaru Dublin, you can shop entirely online, browse our inventory, get your trade-in value, and secure financing all from the comfort of your home. All backed by the trusted team that's been serving from the same location under the windmill at 270 and Sawmill for 25 years. Right now, buy a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 1.9% for up to 72 months. Start your journey today at BuyersSubaruDublin.com. Byers Auto, driving the next generation of buyers. Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 72 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/2/25.
Hi, I'm Coach Ryan Day, and I've seen firsthand how tough and resilient kids can be. But I've also seen the struggles that aren't always visible. Mental health challenges are real. That's why I'm proud to partner with the Kids Mental Health Foundation. Together, we're helping parents, teachers, and coaches talk to kids about mental health before there is a concern or crisis. Start making kids' mental health a part of every day with free tools and resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. You've seized those moments to embrace joy, accomplish great things, and build meaningful relationships. Is it time now to sit back and reflect on a life well lived? Maybe. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps Seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Through AmeriCorps Seniors, you can support people in times of need and make your community stronger. You can become a companion to your older neighbors, brightening their days with friendship. You can even become a mentor for young people, serving as a role model and enriching their lives. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU Football Insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with a team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
You know what hope is? Hope is action. Carving a path forward, even when it's hard.
And kids who still know how to dream. They're the best pathfinders of all.
So at Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide to grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and so all those good things can come true for them, safe.
And that means safe at home, safe at school, and safe online.
Hope means walking this path together, all of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 23 countries to help them achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
Lexi spent more than 6 years in foster care.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Lexi now has a forever family and the foundation for a bright future.
Adoption changed me for the better. I feel like I can be whoever I want to be.
You can help find permanent homes for children still lingering in foster care. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Want to know anything about the Fan's contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
This show gets you so close to high school football, you can smell the stinky shoulder pads. It's Byers Subaru Dublin High School Overtime on The Fan.
Final segment, opening weekend, high school football overtime. Big thanks to Byers Subaru Dublin for letting us bring this to you every week. Let's go ahead and run through these scores real fast here before we have to wrap this up and get the final thoughts from the guru. 3 games last night. Westland 49-0 shutout win over Centennial. West Muskingum with the shutout as well, 42-0 over Lakewood. Colonel Crawford knocked off Fairbanks 42-7. Our game of the week tonight, Watterson 37 unanswered. They beat Big Walnut 37-15. Buckeye Valley gets a 28-7 win over Delaware. 42-7, St. Charles tops Central Crossing. Dublin Jerome 23, Westerville South 13. Dublin Scioto with an opening win, 28-20 over Reynoldsburg. Pickerington Central hammers Gahanna 45-14. Grosse City 42-14 winners over Taze Valley. Hilliard Bradley 7-10, they knock off Groveport. Hilliard Davidson with a big 38-7 win over Mansfield. Lancaster scores with 2.5 left. They beat Hilliard Darby 21-20. London 14-11 winners over New Albany. Athens shuts out Logan 41-0. Newark gets a 56-21 win over Licking Heights. Olentangy 26-6. They beat Olentangy Liberty. DeSales tops Olentangy Berlin by 1, 14-13. Olentangy Orange 42-0 shutout over Marysville. Pickerington North, they headed north. They lose at Baldwin Wallace to Lakewood St. Ed's 24-0. Canal Winchester 48, Thomas Worthington 17. It was all Toledo Whitmer. They beat Dublin Kaufman 30-0. Worthington Kilbourne 31-23 winners over Watkins Memorial. Westerville North 24-0. They beat Westerville Central. Upper Arlington 31, Anthony Wayne 6. Afrocentric 72-0 over Cincinnati Woodward. Columbus Academy doubles up Northland 14-7. Grandview expecting big things from them in Division 6 this year. 34-6 winners over Briggs. South shuts out Mifflin 53-0. East gets by Youngstown Cheney 33-30. Linden McKinley 8, Bexley 6. Hartley, a lot of offense in this one, 55-42 over Elyria Catholic. Danville tops Worthington Christian 35-13. Dalton beats Reedy 20-6. Hamilton Township 27-25 winners over Whitehall. West Jeff gets by Amanda Clear Creek 27-20. Bern Union 34, River Valley 14. Bloom Carroll 20-7 winners over Chillicothe tonight. Zane Trace 48-0 over Logan Elm. Philo beats Heath 26-21. New Lexington 26-6 winners over Fairfield Union. Portsmouth Notre Dame tops Fairfield Christian 26-24. Liberty Union gets a 1-point win over Monroe Central 21-20. Millersport falls to New London 28-14. Akron Hoban 31-12 winners over Harvest Prep. Kip Columbus loses to Wheelersburg 43-8. Licking Valley a big 28-6 win over Sheridan. Newark Catholic falls to Allen East 29-26. Northridge 25, East Knox 24. It's a big win for the Vikings there. 34-0 Centerburg beats Utica. Johnstown 70, Zanesville 26. Fredericktown 21-6 winners over Highland tonight. Jonathan Alder 33-7 over West Liberty Salem. Jacob Reimers, Circleville Tigers with a big 16-15 win in Jay Sherritt's. head coaching debut with his alma mater. 21-6 Westfall over Madison Plains. Miami Trace doubles up Waverly 42-21. And Mechanicsburg gets by Washington Courthouse by a score of 28-6. Lee, before we look at a couple of games next week, what's your final thoughts here on week number 1?
Well, final thoughts. One, it's good to be here. It's good the season's kicked off. We can look at some of these games. There really wasn't that shocking game. I guess Buckeye Valley beating Delaware, but we know the circumstances surrounding that.
And that's a big story we're going to have to watch going forward with Favor Akey and his ankle.
And we'll see what happens there. But, you look and see how Watterson bounced back. Great game with DeSales. But a couple of the teams that we really didn't talk about, Grandview. They are expected to contend for Division VI, at least a Final Four berth. And we've kind of bounced over the big score that Afrocentric had. Mm-hmm. But
talented team.
They are a very talented team. Probably one of the two favorites in the City South. But next week, goodness gracious! Today we had excitement because it's the opening. We had some good games. Don't get me wrong, but some of these games next week are just amazing. Afrocentric's going to go to Minster.
That's a big test.
That's an extremely big test. Johnstown Centerburg. I think that is going to be one of the better games next week. You mentioned Perrysburg, Olentangy, but then you've got, Upper Arlington, Berlin. Berlin's looking to bounce back from that loss. Western North, Olentangy, Orange. Huber Heights, Wayne at Pickerington Central.
Columbus Academy, Jonathan Alder.
Yeah, Academy Alder is another good one. And we mentioned Harvest Prep playing Woodford County out of Kentucky. They're kind of that we'll play anyone anywhere kind of team.
Let me give you another game next week, and I don't know how good it's going to be because Newark Catholic has been down. I love that Newark Catholic West Jefferson matchup, though. Two schools, similar size, great traditions. The schools like that should be playing every year.
Yeah, and both were down last year. So, and then the other one, I got to give you props on this. I got to give you a shout out. Westland Grove City ought to be a great game.
I think it should as well. And, hopefully my dogs get the win. One more final from tonight. We just got in. Marion Harding has beaten Mount Vernon by a score of 21-14. Our game of the week next week right here on The Fan. Mm-hmm. It's a battle of Hilliard. Hilliard-Bradley traveling across town to take on Hilliard-Darby. That should be a fun one. Both of those teams, I think, will be very much improved this season. Guru, I got to tell you. It's awesome to see you tonight. It's awesome to look across the desk and see your face. A big thanks to all of our coaches that won tonight and called in. Coach Brian Kennedy of Watterson, Coach Ryan Wiggins of DeSales, and Wade Bartholomew of Olentangy. Thanks, everyone, so much for listening to Byers Subaru Dublin's High School Football Overtime.
If you haven't thought about Buckeye football today, I'm sorry to tell you that you're dead. Our condolences. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye-level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
The roof of your home protects what matters most in your life: your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust: Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That in itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Hey, Aaron, I've been thinking.
You came up with a new invention?
No, I've been pondering a problem.
Is it anything I can help you with?
I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I've been thinking about our scuba diving plumbers.
Get Eco.
ECO. They dive right in and fix the problem.
That's the problem.
You lost me.
The problem with being extremely good at something is that you make it look easy.
You're worried that people think plumbing is easy?
Well, our extremely very good plumbers sure make it look easy.
Get Eco.
ECO. Don't worry, Jerry. Sooner or later, most people try to fix their own plumbing problem.
I can testify to that.
Jerry, did you try to fix it yourself?
Yeah.
Don't give it another thought, buddy. I'll send somebody over right now.
Get Eco.
ECO.
You're a real friend, Aaron.
Eco scuba diving plumbers, genius electricians, and you can always trust our HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.